Shalom. I do want to start off this lesson by saying all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and Apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precept upon precepts and line upon line. This lesson I do want to get into today is about another report of what's going on around the world. And I'm pretty sure everybody already heard about the Los Angeles situation of how Trump is basically sending another 2,000 troops down there to control the riot because the Latino tribes is basically being riled up or being mad because Trump is basically deporting people that that didn't come here illegally out of America. Even though this is their land, Trump is still pushing them out because that's basically stealing their land, then kicking the people out, then call them illegals when they own the land in the first place. That's kind of, insane. But that's basically what Trump is basically doing. Now, some people will be like, oh, no, it's back in the days, it's in the past, woo-de-woo, you should forget about it already, right? But that's kind of hypocritical because now, if you could, if you, let's say you want to forget about what America did to the Latino tribe and Native American tribe in America, then we should just forget about what happened to Israel. Shit, because that happened in the past. That happened in October. So we should just forget about it. We shouldn't, Israel shouldn't be mad anymore. We should just move on. And with that other idea, that means we should move on with the two twin towers. The two twin towers just an exit that happened in the past, whatever. That just happened. Another, shoot, the Holocaust, shit. We should just forget about that too. Me saying those things sounds like I'm a mean individual, but that's the same way you guys saying about how you guys did them, and then now you're saying just forget about the past, but you guys won't forget about the other past. That's just hypocritical. So no, that this is wicked. This is far wicked. And Esau Edom, he's about to get a rare judgment in the kingdom of heaven. He's gonna be in captivity. He's gonna get his ass whooped 24/7 because at the end of the day, this man's Satan. He's a demon himself. And anyways, the reason why I brought out that information about the 2,000 troops that went to Los Angeles, that's California. I forgot where he sent it again, but it's 2,000 troops that he basically commanded to go down to control the riot. Is that you guys know about that information, but don't get deceived by that hoax. Don't be deceived. Don't get distracted by that riot, because what's happening in the Middle East and in Ukraine is getting worse right now. What's happening in the Middle East, and I watched all this information from Canadian Pepper, so you guys can watch it. I'm just saying it in a simple form, and then compare to the scriptures according to prophecy. So what's happening in the Middle East is that Iran had brung out that they know all the Israel nuclear capabilities. They know the nuclear plan, even their war plans of what to do. And I believe they had this information since November. Somewhere in November, they had that information. They invaded Israel and took over one of their government sites and basically took one of their servers. And then, America came in. America was in panic. The whole nation was in panic. But now today it comes out that Iran said, hey, look, I know all your information. I know all your plan. The reason why they said that is because because we're in a stage where all peace talks has failed. All right. If I'm not mistaken, this Thursday, Trump said that they're about to go down to Iran to do another peace talk. And this is 6-1. And this might be the last one, because if this one don't go well, Iran is not going to talk no more. America's not going to talk no more. They're just going to go to war. And that's why Iran brought out the information saying that, look, I know all your secret places. The reason why he brought it out is to, basically to show fear to America and to Israel to basically stop fucking with us. To stop, trying to persecute us, because they're not playing around. Showing you that War 3 is near the corner. YAHAWASHI hasn't, slowed down prophecy. There's some people out there that believes that, the Most High is not gonna, he's not gonna destroy this place. He's not. Look, man, prophecy is getting warmer and warmer day by day, to the point where basically, if you don't believe in War 3 coming to pass, you're just retarded. If you just believe that everything's gonna be okay, then you're just extremely retarded. You're just a clueless individual. All right. But first scripture I did want to grab was 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. The reason why I brought out this scripture was because of the 2,000 troop information. One thing I learned from Canadian prepper, even from worldly stuff, even from politics, is that when they announce something, they don't announce it for no reason. They announce it for another reason. Like that announcement has a double reason to it. And the reason why Trump announced that he's going to send 2,000 more troops down to, Los Angeles or Los California, I don't know where he sent it to, but he sent it to them was to distract people from the idea of what's going on in the Middle East in Ukraine, because this peace talk is going to be the last one. After this Thursday, there's no more peace talks. It's just going to be straight action. It's just going to be whose side are you on, you know? And there was another incident that happened in Russia where I believe a U.S. spy plane, it was connected to NATO or is near Russia. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if Russia took it down or Russia dealt something with it, but that I'm basically tell you that information to show you the severity of the situation that's happening around the world. So don't be deceived by Satan devices, or don't be deceived by his words or his trying to put your attention to here to here to here, because what's happening out there in the Middle East, even in and Western Asia with Ukraine and Russia, or Western Asia is the Middle East, Slovakia, or Asia or East, with Ukraine and Russia, is getting worse and worse to the point where it's gonna kick off World War III. Now I know Elder Apostle would say that the mark of the beast must come before the meat of the World War III come to pass. And if we're this close to World War III, that means the MOTB is coming nearer than we believe. That means the mark of the beast is right around the corner, meaning that the economy might crash very soon. All right. And what is the mark of the beast? The mark of the beast is RFID chip. It's another way where you could use your currency, digital currency. Let's say I say digital currency. Yeah, digital currency. So if you want to buy, if you want to sell, you got to use the new digital currency that they'll bring out. All right. You must use the chip to buy and sell, to pay rent, to pay groceries, to pay doctor bills, to have your identity. They're gonna throw away IDs, they're gonna throw away Social Security, and all the information about you is gonna be in that chip. If you don't have it, then you're basically just a unknown person. That's basically how they're gonna do it. And as soon as they bring up that system, they're going to go all on him. And the fact that Trump is the type of person that will bring down martial law abuse, he just sent 2,000 troops down to a state. He's a type of man that will bring down martial law just so everybody can get chipped. He is that type of man, and he is running out of time. Let's get Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, and it says this: "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe, inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time." And that's Trump. Basically, right now, we're in an age where Trump is panicking. Where if you see his character, you see his demeanor, you can see his attitude. He is panicking. He is trying his best to, basically trying to keep everything under control. But everything is not going under control. And he's basically going to use all full force to make sure it goes under control. All right? The situation that's happening in Los Angeles, he's sending troops. All right? Imagine, and they're protesting because you're sending immigrants out. You're basically stealing their land. You're basically kicking them out on their own land. So imagine when he brings out the RFID chip mandatory. Some people out there, they're not gonna take that. People's gonna riot. People's gonna protest. He's gonna come down with great wrath. Esau Edom's gonna come down with great wrath, and he's gonna send his troops down to basically kick everybody down. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna force people to lean to his own way, so you have everything under control. Because right now, like I said, Esau Edom, he has nothing control. Everything is going out of way hour. Nations that are weak are basically talking shit down on Trump. Russia is just saying F you, and they're gonna nuke Trump. Why do you think Trump in the last peace talks, he came back saying that the Iron Dome is a good idea? Because the last peace talk failed. It failed miserably. And now he's in a predicament where basically that he has to come down great wrath. He has to bring out everything that he's supposed to before it's too late. So let's read this again. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and to the sea. For the devil, Esau Edom, is come down unto you, having great wrath. You see, knoweth ye have but a short time. You see, know his rulership is about to come to an end, and he does not want that to happen. So he's gonna come down with great wrath. He's gonna try his best to basically make his kingdom to last. He's gonna try his best to make sure his kingdom basically lasts forever, because that's what Esau Edom wants. He wants his kingdom to last forever. So he's gonna come down great wrath to mandate the MOTB, to make sure everybody's under control, and then he's gonna make sure that he's gonna go to war and make sure he wins the war. He probably might use nukes as a deterrent to fear the other nations. Well, that's not gonna work, because the other nations are gonna use their nukes too. It's gonna be a conflict that we will never have seen before. Let's get Revelation chapter 11 verse 14. It says this: the second woe is past, and that's talking about World War II. The third woe cometh quickly. What's the third woe talking about? That's World War III, and that's coming in quickly as we speak. All right, this last peace talk he's gonna do is it's going to fail, man. It's going to fail. It's going to fail. Iran is not gonna relent, and America's not gonna relent. Russia definitely is not gonna relent, because Russia knows that America is the one that's using Ukraine to go to war with Russia or go against them. So they're definitely not gonna relent, and they're going back to their own Soviet ways. Just like prophecy says, the YAHAWASHI is gonna put a hook upon Russia and bring them back to their old ways to basically defend the Middle East. That's what's happening. Or also call out YAHAWASHI that I remembered. Russia did bring out saying that if BRICS, or I said BRICS, Brits or Britain or NATO attack Iran, they will suffer consequences. That's another proof that prophecy is being fulfilled, where YAHAWASHI said that Russia, Gog and Magog, is going to protect the people in the Middle East. That's happening right now. So don't be distracted by the troops. I understand that troops being down there is another symbolic for another prophecy of Jacob trouble, but don't be deceived by that. Don't be fully focus on that, because not deceived, but don't be fully distracted by that, because what's happening is that we're entering a age of war. We're into the age of, all hell about to break loose outside, where nukes is about to fly. Joel 3, let's go to verse 19. No, not 19. I believe 15. Let's see. No, that's not it. Yep, right here. Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. That's the point I want to grab. Let the weak say I'm the strong. And that's what's happening right now, where Iran, other nations like-minded, North Korea, is basically screaming out saying, I am strong now. You can't do nothing to me anymore. And Trump is not liking it at all. He's furious. And the reason why is because Esau Edom is a prideful individual. He's prideful. He doesn't like when somebody disobey him. That's the Edomite mentality. If somebody disobey him, he lashes out. All right, the mentality of Esau Edom is, if I can't have it, nobody can. And that's a dangerous mentality, because when somebody has that mentality, you don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna do anything in their power to just to basically f you up. That's basically his mentality, to f you up. If he can't have it, you can't either, and he'll just go lashing out. And we're in that time. You could see in Trump demeanor. He seems like he's trying to play it off, but he's in that demeanor of, he's about to just go berserk, And that 2,000 troop is a precursor. I see why brothers will say it, but that's a precursor of what's going to come. Because when Jacob trouble comes and people start protesting and people start rioting and people start going crazy, Trump's going to show his true self. All right, the cruel Lord. I believe the scripture talks about it. The cruel king, the cruel Lord. I don't know if that's how it goes. I'm not gonna let me see. Let me see. The cruel Lord. Nah. I'm pretty sure I spelled that thing wrong. I'll forget about it. I'll be here all day trying to type it in. But yeah, he's gonna be everybody's gonna see that who the true color of Esau Edom, basically. Everybody's gonna see the true colors of Esau Edom. What's the other scripture I wanted to grab? It was dang, I had it in my head. I had a brain fart. Damn. It went away. Yeah, Iran, Israel is getting invaded. Well, yeah, Israel's gonna get hit. You know, with the 2,000 troops. Damn, I keep on forgetting the scripture I wanted to grab. Oh, it's okay. Let's get one more scripture then. No, not Book of Jeremiah. What is it, man? What is it? You know what? Isaiah 14. This is really a short video. So 14 verse. Let's go to 27. It says this: For the Lord of hosts hath purpose, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back? And this hand is stretched towards who? Towards America. Because this is American judgment. This is what's going to come to pass. Jacob trouble, the MOTB, and World War III, and the vital, you know, the destruction, where America is just going to be utterly destroyed with thermonuclear missiles. It's going to get effed over multiple times. America's going to get hit 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know, that's what's going to come to pass to America. And who shall disannul it? Who shall turn it back? Who shall stop the hands of the Lord YAHAWASHI? Nobody can. It's literally impossible. You can't stop energy. You know, you can't stop pure energy, pure power, power where it's infinite and it has none beginning nor end. You can't stop that. So, you know, we're about to enter that time, and I thought it would be cool to bring out this information out to warn you brothers out there to be aware. You know, so you could know what's going on, because we're entering. Just, you know, if you be naive and not know what's happening around the world, you'll be caught off guard. You will be caught off guard. You know, that's why it's very important for me. I think it's very important to me to be update and to make the videos daily, so everybody could be prepared and everybody could know what's going on around the world. But that's what I want to get into today. Louis edified by this lesson. I do want to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, for giving me the opportunity to do this lesson. I do want to give double honor to the elders and Apostle GREATMILLSTONE for teaching the truth by using precept upon precepts and line upon line. Shalom.